because like this is what I use in like my argument about like how do you guys feel about spoilers when it comes to like I'm of the belief that like if someone almost needs to spoil an anime for me to like, or certain animes for me to like convince me to watch them, you know? Like if no one told me, if no one told me that Devilman Crybaby, like that it all ended terribly in the end or whatever, I would have never watched it. And I think that stems from the idea, the like Shakespearean idea of dramatic irony. Like no one is gonna care about the story about Romeo and Juliet without knowing the end. Exactly. You know what I mean?
I will disagree there, but I think, but not in I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I'm saying I think this is fully opinionated for me.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm just
it sounds like
I want a spoiler sometimes. I almost want it. Like, yeah.
And I'm gonna agree with you as well, because as much as I hate to admit it, because I do hate spoilers. I hate spoilers unbelievably. Spoilers are the worst thing on the planet for me. But there are plenty of series that I have watched that I was sleeping on because someone spoiled something, and I'm like, wait, hold on. I thought, first off, what? Like I thought you didn't care about that show. I didn't, but I know they're gonna do something like that. Dang, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, you know something. I feel like to a degree, I agree with the like spoiling, because like there are some shows where I'm like, oh, I'm not watching that shit, but then you show me a fight scene, and I'm like, okay, I'll fuck with it.
That's how I was with God of High School. Someone showed me the fight scene from episode 3, and I was like, oh well, now I'm watching it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's okay if a show is about fighting, like God of High School. I get, that's okay. Or Kenichi's My Disciple,
Yeah. So there are some ways that I figured out how to like get people onto like anime that are action based. Like for example, what's that anime that I hate, Jugga? What's it called again?
Well, which one?
The Promised Neverland. I'll get people on Promised Neverland, but like it's difficult to try and sell Promised Neverland without spoiling it. So I'll just say it's the best mystery since Death Note. And that usually gets people to be like, oh, okay, if it's as good as Death Note, I'll watch it.
Yeah, people, I always complained about Promised Neverland because I really enjoyed it watching it. I watched it with my brother like a week ago, and like I said, I love detective anime. I love Case Closed, all that shit, mysteries. Yes. And so like no one ever explained it to me correctly. They were like, these orphans, and I was like, well, I don't care about orphans. The last time it was a midget and it killed people. Like I don't care about this shit. And no one ever like explained it correctly to me because they didn't want to spoil it. Yeah. And I'm like, and so I slept on it for like a year or whatever.
I mean, I tell people also, if you're like, for example, you're into mystery anime, I will give you the same disclaimer I give everybody that I tell to watch Promised Neverland. The first season is some of the best anime you will ever watch. Just stop at the first season, consider it a finished anime, and put it away. It hurt me more than Bleach. All right, just
there's
take
a second
it
season
and put it away.
It's not out, but it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. All I gotta say is I don't know what and I always say this, I don't know what they'll do with the anime, because the anime did a wonderful job with like cameras and music that makes the story feel a little deeper. It was so creepy. But like, just as a fan who read the manga, I am out. They ain't getting me. But the anime might be good.
What happened as the manga? Like, so the manga ends there too?
No, the manga continues.
The manga goes on for a minute. Long story
short, that second half is like.
Wait,
trash?
No spoilers. No spoilers.
We're not spoiling. We're not spoiling. Our opinions are simply that the quality starts to deteriorate. That's pretty much to summarize.
So the point in the anime is where you thought the manga should have finished.
Yeah, right where the anime just ended, like the first season, I think that should be it. The show should be over, and they should stop. And now I get it; it's so good, you're going to want more.
This is what I've been saying this whole podcast.